I'm simply taking a walk after being cooped up in the van all day, working on more online stuff for my online business. So I am here at T's Garden. Let's have a look inside. Will this phone let me flip? Ooh, while I'm live? Yes, it will. Look at that. Sweet. So this year, California has had a lot of rain. And last January when I was here, T's Garden, this little camper, was, I don't think it was this deep in the ground, but here's what T's Garden looks like on the inside. So notice they don't want folks to steal this camper. There is a hole where the fan vent, or the fan may have been, in loving memory of TR. Yeah, I would love to know the story behind this camper. If anyone knows, if any of you amazing slabbers are watching this, please feel free to share in the comments, because I literally know nothing. But it's very cool to look at, and it's in memory of T, most assumably a slabber at some point in their life. Very cool. So I am just going to walk around here to get a little bit of exercise. I'm not going to get a kick butt routine of walking where I get my hands going. Hear that? Coyotes. So there's a lot of, I mean, it literally rained for like 8 hours a day. Plus it rained last night. This is the Church of Enlightenment. The gentleman that ran this, I think his name was Dr. Jim. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but he has since passed on. He's transitioned. And he left quite a remarkable structure here, inviting people to climb that. Someone's dog is out and about. So I think a lot of the dogs know who I am in the neighborhood I'm coming from, so I'm not feeling nervous. Hi, baby. Cute. So we're just out for a little walk here in Slab City. Here, let's get a close-up view of the Church of Enlightenment. It's my understanding, I'm not sure what denomination. I think it's non-denominational and more spiritual than it is necessarily of any particular faith. Again, correct me if I am wrong, if any of you slabbers know better than I do. But I believe another member would have taken over. And maybe it will be something new. I like that. Church of Enlightenment, be here now. I've thought about having a spiritual center here myself, but initially, I don't want to have any agenda. I just want to get to know folks here and walk in the light, walk in my light, and flow with the energy and see what opens up. See what possibilities there are. I know there are so many possibilities here in Slab City. And you might be wondering, why? Darn it. I hate that. Someone's car alarm went off and doesn't look like they're there to turn it off, but it's okay. We'll just relax into it, right? Sorry. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do about this. So let's just look at views. I'm not going to talk while this car alarm alarm is going off. Okay, it went off. Back to talking. Now I forget what I was saying. Darn it. Okay, it's okay. Go with the flow. Yes. So that's my intention during this visit. And you might be wondering, why in the heck are you considering moving to Slab City, NatureGlo? Also known as the last free place. Well, there are a lot of people here that think like me. They're sick and tired of society. Sick and tired of ridiculous norms and standards. Sick and tired of humanity raping the earth. I want to be in a place that lives in closer harmony with each other and the earth. Okay, that's my big why for being here. That's been my big why since the beginning when I left my church faith. I come from a background of fundamental Christianity, and I left it back in 2008 on account of my sexuality, which is pansexual is the term I landed on. So I am attracted to adults of any gender. Gender doesn't really matter to me. And our society is seems to be married to the fact and discriminates against LGBT. So yes, I am LGBTQ. So that's one reason. Slab City is LGBTQI friendly. So that right off the bat makes me comfortable. There's no particular religious bent. That makes me very comfortable to be here. It's rent-free. You do have to pay for your own habitation, whether it be a car, a tent, or maybe you're fortunate enough to be given a camp by somebody. I would love for that to happen when I'm ready to be here full time. Or yeah, so just putting that out there in the universe, that I am open, willing, and available for that to happen. So you don't have to pay rent. There's bartering that happens here. There is community. There's range every night. This is an artistic, there's so many great reasons. I should have named this video 10 reasons why people looking for an alternative lifestyle should consider living at Slab City full time, or maybe be a snowbird if you don't want to be here during the intense summer, which is very close to Death Valley. Death Valley, I think, is, I know Death Valley's hotter because it's in lower elevation, but this is a close second, let me tell you. Southern California, whew, the summers here are intense. So whether you want to be a full-timer, or also known as a slabber, you know, you have the slabber membership recognition, or you want to be a snowbird. So 10 reasons why I should do a video on that and really dive deep into those 10 and have them written down and etc., etc. But we're not doing that here. I just wanted to tell you about today, really. And yes, I am sharing once again why I'm here, because some of you may only watch this video. Okay, let's have another pan. You know, some of you might be wondering, why on earth would you want to live in a place where there's trash? In so many places. But you know what? That's not true. There's not trash everywhere here at Slab City. People clean up their camps. Some people don't. And there's also the anarchist mindset. I know anarchy has a bad rap in some people's minds, but let me comfort you. My definition of anarchy, I like the term responsible anarchy, where everyone takes personal responsibility for themselves and the people decide how, each person decides how they're going to live. But one rule is primarily followed from my observation of true anarchy, and that is harm none. Work things out with your neighbors. Talk, communicate. We don't do that in our society. You know, especially suburbanization, it just separates and divides people in these little boxes that look like each other. And I've been in my boyfriend's neighborhood now for going on, I guess, 2 years now, and I still haven't made friends in that neighborhood. I walk the neighborhood, I say hello. It's very surface, you know? And do I make effort? Do I make a concerted effort? Well, to be honest, I don't. I just kind of free flow. I say hello. Sometimes I'll stop and have conversations with people around the corner. And there are the rare suburban neighborhoods where neighbors do know each other. But for the most part, across the board, suburbanization doesn't really invite community. People are, you know, inside, indoors, pretty much most of the day. Maybe some people get out like I do for a walk, you know, for exercise or a jog. And then also, a lot of people in suburbanization, they're going to a job every day. They're in the hamster wheel mentality. I've been there. I've done that. Where you literally work 8-10 hours, and then home is a crash pad. You know, home life is basically, you know, you crash land, you watch TV all night, you go to bed, rinse and repeat the next day, and that's just not living. Big proponent of a 4-hour workday. I don't know, I work anywhere between 1 hour to sometimes 10-12 hour days, but since I've been here, I've cut that down a whole lot. Today I've been hunkering down. Last few days I've really been hunkering down to work on my business, and honestly been all kinds of distracted because I'm just thinking of my purpose and what am I doing here in Slab City? What can I impart? And I feel like until I'm really ready to commit to being here, I'm not so sure that's gonna show itself. You know, people want committed people, you know, and I'm not really at that place yet in my life. I'm just here to see if this is a place where I would like to live full time or 6 months out of the year one day. So I come from the nomadic community. If you've heard of cheap RV living, I started my journey as a full-time van dweller or van lifer, solo female van lifer with a dog named Rochelle back in 2013. May of 2013, I met Bob Wells and crew in Arizona. Bob Wells showed me the ropes of how to live out of a van. Thank you, Bob, if you happen to be watching. And then I was off. I was off on my own. Hey. Hi. Wow, I can actually read that comment. So, and actually, I came to visit Slab City during the first 5 months of my nomadic life. I came here, I followed a new friend from the cheap RV living community, came here and promptly got stuck in sugar sand and had to sit there for like 3 days, cockeyed in the sand, because I was trying to go remote. You got to be careful around here because there's sugar sand all over Slab City. It's best to stay within the community boundaries or test the soil, make sure it's really hard pressed. And even now, like with the rains, that hard pressed soil can become mushy sand and you can get stuck right where you're sitting. So yes, this time I am in Slab City where I'm not going to get stuck. So yeah, that first year on the road, I came to Slab City. Hi. It gives me like a few seconds to read comments, and I don't have my glasses on. I need to learn to carry my glasses when I'm live streaming, because I'm starting to actually get people joining me live and commenting. Thank you for joining me live. I appreciate it so much. So yes, my first year on the road, I came to Slab City. I parked, I drove. My friend said, "Watch out for the sugar sand." And within seconds after he said that, vroom, my van got stuck. And boy, I was stuck up to the axles, stuck like Chuck. My friend Chuck, if you're watching, hi! I know, use that silly saying. Check out this place. I'm gonna show that to you in just a minute, but let me finish my chat here. So, when I first came here back in 2013, I had no consideration for staying here any more than just to kind of be a tourist. I was interested at that time in cheap RV living, and they were getting ready to have their rubber tramp rendezvous. So I was getting connected in that community. But over the years, I've evolved in that I want more than just a transient community. And even here in Slab City, there's a lot of transient folks, you know. There's snowbirds. Most of the community in the winter are snowbirds. Okay, I can't read that right now, I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses. So I will answer comments if I can see the live chat after the live stream here. So I'm just kind of sharing my history of how I have come to the place where I'm actually interested in living here in Slab City. So, and it began in 2013, my Slab City journey with van life. Just to recap. I'm helping myself recap because I keep getting distracted. No, to my awareness, I don't have ADHD or maybe a little OCD. I don't know. Labels, who cares, right? Some of those can be really great superpowers, in my opinion. So, and then my second year, 2014, I came back again. This time I came by myself, and I stayed off of Lowe's Road, and had a great experience. I was very much a loner. I was in the phase of my van life where I just wanted to work on my online business. I was not really big into socializing. I think I went to the range once during that 2-week visit. And after my 2 weeks here, I was just ready to move on. I had itchy feet and, you know, turned the key and left. I think I probably went to 𝐜𝐡𝐢𝐿 Hot Springs. So usually when I have come to Slab City, I like to connect it with a nice visit to 𝐜𝐡𝐢𝐿 Hot Springs, which is an incredible place, and they have free camping out there. My third visit to Slab City, which was, I think I skipped 2015. I skipped 2015 and came 2016 with a lover. I came with a lover, and we were here for 2 weeks in our vans, and that was a magical time. We walked around with edibles. It was just a magical experience. Yeah, that was awesome. And we stayed at Lowe's at first, and then we moved over to where the Ponderosa is right now. Okay, and yeah, and then I stayed another year for, I think, 2 weeks and left. And then last year, I came for 4 hours. I did not overnight camp here at all. I came here and I went to the hot spring immediately, and I soaked, did a mud mask, and then I drove around like a tourist, and I went to 𝐒𝐡𝐢𝐬s, went through, did some videos, and it was the most beautiful, magical day. And I thought to myself, gosh, I'd love to live here one day. I need to live here one day. So I left with just some really good feelings last year. And then this year, oh my goodness, I just could not stop thinking about coming to visiting Slab City with the intention of finding out if this is a place I'd love to live. So that summarizes my journey up until now. Tonight I will be working on my online business. We're going to be getting some more rain. Look at the sky. So more rain is forecasted for tonight. Let's have a look inside of the Rising Phoenix Art Gallery. This is a really cool place. And I think this is part of the art gallery, but I'm not entirely sure if someone's living over there, so I'm not going to go over there. But here we have Rising Phoenix. And it's a little bit flooded right now. So I'm just going to do a pan of this really cool place. So now when I think of Slab City, I think of it as a place of liberating oneself from societal norms and standards, unearthing who you really are, becoming that artist you've always wanted to be, liberate your true self, harm none while you're doing it, and just enjoy life. You know, slow down. Society is at this screaming fast pace, and it's insane, absolutely insane. It's like lemmings running off a cliff. But here at Slab City, life slows down. Nobody's pressing you to do anything, to be anything. You get to be who you want to be. I love this work of art here. Wow, this has endured a lot of weathering, and it is gorgeous. That's a really cool piece. Thank you for watching, and check out this series in my playlist 60 Days in Slab City. It's a challenge that I'm doing for myself, and I invite others to try staying here for 2 months. This was recommended by a slabber named Cornelius Van Gogh. Check out their channel. Their last name is spelled Van, V-A-N-G-O. And I've learned a lot from them. And they are one of my greatest inspirers, along with House of Dots. She has a channel too. Check out both of their channels. And yeah. So check out my playlist, and I'll see you in the next video.